He's Reggie Aloysius Miller. No game this week. Man, must be a nice gig there, TNT. The Hall of Famer back on the program. Hi, Reg. How are you?
Wait, you tell me what a good gig I have. Who took yesterday off because they had the sniffles? Look, I play hurt. We play hurt.
Did you ever
sniffles? You have a little cold? Did you take some Advil? Some Afrin? Are you feeling better, Theodore?
Paulie actually sent a priest to my house for last rites.
That bad?
Yeah.
It was that bad,
Yes.
huh?
Yeah, but I'm here today.
You're a trooper. You're a gamer. Come on, man. You're a gamer.
And I live on 34th Street, so it's Miracle on 34th Street. It's a different version, but it's a miracle. I'm here today, Reg.
All right, I like it. Let's do this.
Okay. How many ejections did you have in your career?
I would probably say anywhere between 5 to 10.
McLovin, how many?
Oh, hold on. Does that include like fighting and then getting ejected, right?
Yeah.
That includes that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I would say 8.
McLovin?
According to Stats Inc., you have 18.
How many?
18.
18.
I need to talk to the commissioner to get some of that money back because some of them were not warranted. Some were, but some weren't. I would say of those 18, 17 were fight-related.
Well, I go back to the game against the Bulls, and this is 1993. You got tossed when you and Jordan fought. Jordan wasn't even given a foul. But
Dan, I tell this story. This is probably my all-time favorite MJ story because he and I were going at it. This is in Market Square Arena, my building, our building, the Pacers building. This happened in the first quarter, maybe the second quarter. We get tangled up, and we start fighting, and we start throwing blows at one another. We both start fighting. We both throw blows. How do I get tossed out in my building, and he goes on to score 45, which he probably would have had if I would have stayed in the game? But still, I get thrown out of my building in Indiana, and Black Jesus, the golden boy, who was obviously the number one draw. Okay, I get it. I knew everyone came to see him. But how do I get thrown out?
Do you think it was a conspiracy?
I think those 3 officials needed to be fined and or suspended because they huddled up and they were like, well, we can't throw Michael Jordan out. They're all here to see him, and I kind of want to see him too. Let's just throw out Miller. He's only a fourth-year player. 31, you're gone.
Okay.
To the showers.
See, I think Jordan was upset. He wanted you to stay in, so he got 55 instead of 45. He's like, don't throw Reggie out.
Sadly, I probably have to agree with you on that.
What are the magic words? Like, what really bothers a referee?
When you call them maybe a dog word, possibly a dog, a female dog,
okay,
which you should never do.
The bleepity bleeper.
Or the one that I probably got tossed the most by saying to a ref, how did you ever get this big?
That was enough?
I've been tossed 3 times for saying that. Saying, oh, my God, you need to go back to Division II. I got tossed for that one. Yeah. How did you ever get this? Yeah.
What do you think LeBron said last night to get tossed?
He probably said, you effing dog, you effing suck. And that probably did it. I don't agree with the official saying he charged me and I felt threatened. Come on now. That's ridiculous. You can't get scared. We're playing professional now, so don't say some 6'8", 9", 250-pound and rushed you and you got scared. No. But he did say the magic words. It's magic words as opposed to his actions, like running up on him. No, it was the words.
What was the one tirade that you heard by somebody, like where you went, oh, my God?
Probably the best one, and I'm sure Paulie can pull this up as I'm explaining it. We were playing Chicago again, ironically, in Chicago. This is my second or third year. Chuck Person is just going off on the officials. It was a bad call. He picks up the basketball and starts kicking it into the stands. And automatically, I believe the official was Billy Oates, throws him out and gets into his face. The ball somehow, from the stands, someone threw it back onto the court. He picks it up again and kicks it again into the stands. It was the funniest thing because he's just kicking it into the stands, but the official, Bill Oates, is running up into Chuck's face. And Chuck, to his credit, was trying to get away from the official, but the official is just like, I mean, you would never see an official in today's game run up to a player and get into his face like the old school officials used to do. And he is just like lighting into Chuck, and I'm like, oh my God. Here I am as a second, third year playing like, this league is crazy. Absolutely, literally crazy. But it was the most hilarious thing to see Chuck kicking this ball into the stands. It was just brilliant because I haven't seen it since, but it was just great theater.
He's Reggie Miller, Hall of Famer, NBA on TNT analyst. You have the Lakers and Golden State coming up tonight, and I don't know if this is a situation where Golden State goes out of its way to embarrass Lonzo Ball. Remember the comparisons that, LeVar Ball said Lonzo will be better than Steph Curry. Does this play a role, any role whatsoever? Not that they need that to embarrass somebody, but I don't know how it works in the inner circle in the NBA when stuff like this is said and then you go out and play against somebody.
It's absolutely discussed on the bus. It's absolutely discussed in the locker room, and it's absolutely discussed on the planes. Now, will they make a point to go out and embarrass him? No. They'll play their game. I think they're more embarrassed by losing to Sacramento at home, and they'll come out and want to play well to get back on the right footing. But because they're going against Lonzo Ball, and we're going to put him through a million pick and rolls, and we're going to feed Steph the ball so he can embarrass him, no, they'll play their game. But the point of LeVar Ball saying his son was better than Steph, those things are absolutely discussed. And I'm sure they'll make a point. I'm sure Pachulia and Draymond Green will probably lay extra wood on Lonzo Ball, but it's absolutely discussed. But I don't think he'll be the highlight of what the Warriors want to do tonight because they were already embarrassed by losing to Sacramento at home. I think they want to come out and play well. And if there's a statement made during that game, I'm sure it will be made. But it's one of those games you want to watch because of what, again, Papa Ball putting his kids. I tell you, every game is going to be like this for Lonzo, and it's not fair to him. It was never fair to him, but this is what's going to happen.
Explain to me the situation in Memphis. What's going on there where you fired the coach? Marc Gasol, is he going to be traded? By all accounts, the players, Fizdale was a good coach, good man in the job.
A great players coach, a great man, and to me, I thought one of the fantastic young minds in our games in terms of X's and O's. Comes from a great pedigree of the Pat Riley tree, obviously under Spoelstra, where he was an associate head coach, won 2 championships there. So this is leaving a lot of people scratching their head. But again, we don't know the internal workings of what was going on in that locker room. And for Marc Gasol to be upset, who's your all-star center, and one of your key players on this team, along with Mike Conley, it's a difficult situation to be in. But certainly from the outside looking in, from the optics, something was going on eternally with this team. For them to lose, 11 of 12?
Yeah.
It's very – because they have too much talent on this team. And I know the West is loaded, but for them to be on a losing streak like this with that type of talent – I think if you're ownership and the GM, you try to nip it in the bud early. And obviously, I always tell people this, the coaches are always the scapegoats. They're always the first to go. It's unfortunate in this situation because I like Fizz. I think he's a great coach. I think he'll land on his feet somewhere else. But it is certainly head-scratching to see him go this early in the season.
It's head-scratching, and it's sad that I have to let you go right now.
And can I just say this before I go?
Yeah.
I do feel for Eli. I really do. I've known Eli for a while, obviously through Peyton in our times when he would come visit his big brother in Indiana. To have 210 consecutive starts and then to find out next week you've been benched, I felt the emotions when he was talking in that presser. So I feel for him. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, Eli. I hope you get your gig back at some point in time, but it happens.
Thank you, Reg. Enjoy the week off. We'll talk to you next week.
You're the best, Ito. I hope you feel. Hey, be sure you get some rest, okay?
Stop.
All right?
Stop.
Okay, I hope you feel better, baby, all right?
Thank you, Reg. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Taking my last breath here.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.